we got you drunk and we got you cool. And I don't know if you like it. Oh, you hung up on him?
Yeah, I'm over it. Should we write with our
Yeah, you should.
With our mans?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, back with another video, but before I start, make sure you smash that like button. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you do so, making sure that that notification bell is on with the option all. So when I upload these videos, you are the first one to watch. Also, make sure to leave a comment on this video. So I've been seeing, since Blueface has been locked up, a lot of playing sides, Jaydian side, CashApp side. And, I want to say that it would definitely be a powerful thing if they did what they did a while back ago when they went against the grain on Blueface. And it can happen. It happened one time before. And they made amends. So what? They were under the influence. Trust me, sometime when we're drinking, it speaks a sober tongue and mind. It makes you do things that you otherwise wouldn't do because you're under the influence, but you're doing it because honestly, this is what you want to do because you are trying to, teach that man a lesson. And Blueface would be, if they did that right now, less powerful of a man, and he would definitely not be able to run this circus the way he's running it now if these girls were to take action and instead of being enemies, because I'm telling you right now, when Blueface gets out, it's going back to the way it was. Jaydian's not going to care too much for CashApp and vice versa. Blueface is going to be flipping flop back and forth between the two girls. He's doing it now. Jaydian, just what? The last time he went to court, CashApp was in jail, so she went to court like she's going to court like she's his old lady. Like they're still in a relationship. Yeah, they're so-called, I'm hoping, just co-parenting, but CashApp is supposed to be the one that's in a relationship right now with, Blueface, and it just seems like he does not want to leave Jaydian Alexis out the equation. Now, I know he's trying to stay in the good graces of her because we now know that he's trying to promote this music that a lot of people are going around here saying it's old music that they already heard. But whether it's new or old, sometimes men that are narcissists and manipulators who try to make it their world, you're just living in it type of attitude, they will do everything in their power, even if it respects the other party. Like in this case, it's disrespecting CashApp, what he's doing, having Jaydian Alexis show up for court and having Jaydian Alexis run up there to the jail. Allegedly, they were saying that when CashApp had got initially arrested, she had went and visited him. How true that is or was, I don't know. I don't live in the state that Jaydian lives in, and I don't rock with any of them. And I'm not there in the flesh to confirm or deny it. But it's not far from me thinking that it's farther from the truth, because there's a lot of things that are really strange about this coming together with CashApp this time around and Blueface and their relationship, and how accepting CashApp actually is about when she was out, seeing Jaydian Alexis literally still supporting her baby's father. And I think sometime when you accept things and it's publicly, like CashApp did prior to going to jail, is setting yourself up with somebody like Blueface to accept, what's to come, because there's a lot to come. And I feel as though that Blueface is going to show out and show up because there's a lot of money to be made. He owes a lot of people, especially that club owner. And if it takes to use a circus, throw people under the bus, disrespect people like CashApp publicly, humiliate her, make her cry, do all of these things to get a bag, I think that he's more than willing to do it. We see how when CashApp had broke her curfew, he unfollowed her this time, and he had got onto a jail call, and he straight disrespected her and dissed her just because she didn't come back home to his spot and she broke the curfew. So, there's a lot of things that Chrisean Rock has to think about when she gets out in order for her to stay on a straight and narrow path and not be in any type of legal situation. Because what I have been noticing about Chrisean Rock's behavior, and it's definitely a pattern of behavior, and I'm not making any excuses up for, but these are the main reasons why there were these many, in my opinion, outstanding warrants. Sometimes when you got a lot of stuff playing in your head in the background, and love being one of them, being in love with someone being one of them, sometimes we are not loving ourselves enough to make sense out of common sense and to know, like in Chrisean Rock's case, listen, I got to get myself up and get to this state and clear my legal obligations. I'm so worried and consumed about Blueface's obligations. I'm not worrying about my own freedom. And then what happens is what happened to Chrisean Rock. Her freedom is taken away. Now she has to sit in a small 4x4 cell and think about, am I going to get out in time? Well, she knows this now because he has at least 11 months to do Blueface. But am I going to get out in time so that I can try to curve whatever could happen between Jaydian Alexis and Blueface? He's been in jail for 7 months, and he might want to get out, and he might want to tap that. And Jaydian Alexis is probably be the first one he would want to do that, wouldn't be comfortable with doing that with, because of the relation that he has with her, the 2 kids that he has with her, and him being convinced that she hasn't been with any other man. And if she's been with anybody, it would be a female. So there's a lot of obstacles that Chrisean has to overcome. I think that this is a blessing in disguise. I'm not wishing for anyone to be locked up, but it's buying her some more time to be able to sit with herself, whether it's in jail right now and when she gets out, to see what she really wants. Outweigh the odds, the good and the bad. Is this what Chrisean needs in her life? Blueface. Can she do this without Blueface? Is she going to be able to do this without Blueface? If she does leave Blueface alone, knowing that she's going to be just fine and Junior's going to be just fine, and if anything, he'll probably have a better life just Blueface co-parenting and nothing more, nothing less, and leaving it like that. He probably would be a better father if he was at a distance, and he probably would appreciate Chrisean better if they were just friends. They do have history. I think they would become good friends, and who knows, them becoming good friends, maybe later on down the line as they mature, maybe they could then get into a relationship. But I think right now they both should just focus on their career. You know what I'm saying? Or hey, if they're not strong enough, the 2 of these girls, to do it one by one and just remove themselves from this man's life, because it's about Blueface and not them, and they need to realize that then maybe they should do what they did like the last time and band together and go against Blueface and just hold their word that we're not going to deal with this guy. We're going to go on with our lives. Do a public speculation, humiliation of Blueface. Show him who's the boss, like you did for a hot little second. And you reunited yourself with Chrisean Rock in the best way that you could for 2 women, young women. And a lot of good could have really came out of that situation if you would have kept your word, both of you. But it didn't happen like that. Jaydian Alexis ended up back with Blueface dealing with the BS, and then later on, not too much later, Chrisean Rock started dealing with the BS as well. So, let's just hope that sometime they listen to what's in their head and not too much what the man is trying to tell them, because a man's going to tell you, especially one that's trying to gain the world, they're going to tell you anything in their power just to control your mind so that they can get you to do what they want you to do. But when the shoe's on the other foot, they're not in sync to do what you want them to do. So, you don't need to be in a relationship where it's not 50-50, and especially if there's no respect there. You definitely don't need to be in that situation, because you're gonna ultimately, especially somebody like Chrisean Rock, be disrespecting him, because you're gonna get tired of the disrespect. And the people that are around Blueface that we already know he has not checked and doesn't seem like he's gonna check when he gets out, most likely, that have been disrespecting Chrisean Rock. I just think that Chrisean Rock needs to avoid all of these generational curses and history repeating itself. Move forward. If it's meant to be with her and Blueface, it'll be. And if it's not, then it won't.